The No Fate channel checking in. On today's episode of Tightwad Tuesday, I'm going to give you dads 3 tips on how to save money on your children's toys. I am dedicated to helping you dads, and on this series, I give you dads a tip every Tuesday to help you save just a little bit of money. Money that you can then spend on your kids, on your wife, on your mortgage, or on any of the many bills that just find their way into your mailbox. Today, I'm giving you 3 tips to save money on your kids' toys. Kids' toys can be expensive, and what's worse, oftentimes your kids will play with them for a little bit and forget about them, or worse, they'll just break them. I know my son has so many toys. They're stacked high, they're stacked deep. Oftentimes he tells me he's bored and he's just sitting in a room full of toys, puzzles, books, and it's really hard to get your kids not only to be appreciative of the toys that they have, but to make sure that they're taking full advantage of all the toys that they have. And what's worse, oftentimes you paid for the toys that they're not playing with. Tip number 3, we're going in reverse, and that is to go to yard sales and consignment sales to get used toys. As I mentioned, these kids today don't use their toys that often. They don't put a lot of wear and tear on them before they forget about them. Parents will often sell those toys at yard sales and consignment sales just to get them out of the house. So get yourself on Facebook, get yourself on the interwebs and Google yard sales and consignment sales in your area, and I guarantee you're going to find some great deals, some great toys, books, puzzles at basement prices. Now, my wife loves consignment sales. She has found our kids a ton of great stuff there for, again, like I mentioned, very, very cheap prices. I will say yard sales versus consignment sales, you're going to find better quality items and less used items at consignment sales because they have a better screening process. Tip number 2 is to get toys for free. What's better than paying very little? And that is to pay nothing at all. Keep in mind, friends, family, and even neighbors are getting rid of their kids' toys as they outgrow them. They want to just get them out of the house and create space, and you can take advantage of that. So be on the lookout. Again, friends, family, and of course neighbors. My neighbors put out toys on the side of the street that they're done using in hopes that some family will pick them up, clean them up, and put them to good use rather than have them end up in a landfill. So just speaking on my personal experiences, I was able to pick up a sandbox on the side of the road. I cleaned it out, washed it out, put in new sand, and my son can't get enough of that sandbox. Another item that I was able to get is this piggy bank. It didn't obviously look like this when I got it. It was a clear piggy bank on the side of the road. I cleaned it out, washed it out, and for a few layers of spray paint and 2 AA batteries, all of which I had lying around the house, I now have a beautiful piggy bank to give to my son once he gets enough stars and earns it, that is going to actually count the change as he puts it in there. So there's tons of ideas in terms of gifts that you can find on the side of the road. And now in terms of friends and family, I know as my baby daughter outgrows some of her toys, we plan to be giving them away to family members and friends that are going to, again, put them to use. There's no reason these should end up in a landfill, and there's no reason people should be paying full price for some of these toys that their kids are going to use for 3 months or 4 months at best. Tip number 1, the final tip, is to make your own toys. Now, I am not asking you to be Geppetto. I am just asking you to just have a little bit of imagination and think outside the box. As I mentioned, when I got this beautiful bank, it looked like crap. I had to put some spray paint on it. I had to clean it up, had to add 2 AA batteries, but boom, we've got a very nice, very beautiful bank. Also, paper towel holder, right? Now, normally this ends up in the recycling bin, but before it ends up in the recycling bin, if you tell your kid that it's a pirate periscope and he needs to decorate it, you might get 5 or 10 minutes of him decorating the side of this thing before he moves on to the next toy. Toilet paper rolls, you get these all the time, right? You use toilet paper, don't you? Well, if you glue these together or staple them together, you now have binoculars. Again, something your child can decorate and that they might get 5-10 minutes out of and have some fun. You don't have to be a licensed carpenter or get neck deep in crafts to simply think outside the box and involve your children. Again, sometimes the simplest toys, the things that you have lying around the house, they're going to find so much more interesting than the stuff that you can buy. Final example, I have a keyboard, an extra keyboard for a computer that I don't use, okay? My son thinks it is the best thing, okay? It's not plugged in. He just goes around and types on it, okay? And if he breaks it, who cares? It's junk anyway. So again, just use your imagination, Get your kids involved, have them use their imagination, and decorate those pirate periscopes. If this tip was useful, let me know in the comments below. I love getting your feedback, and it helps me know that I should be making more of these Tightwad Tuesday videos. If you've come this far in the video, then definitely give it a like, hit that subscribe button. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you dads be great parents to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I post tips and tricks to save you dads time, energy, and money. 3 things that are in short supply for every dad out there.